Throughout the 2012 season, we were granted exclusive behind-the-scenes access to the TT Legends racing team as they took on some of the toughest bike races in the world. For 7 races, from Suzuka in Japan to Oschersleben in Germany, from Le Mans to the legendary Isle of Man, we followed these ordinary men doing extraordinary things. John McGuinness is the Morecambe missile, ex-brickie and muscle picker. He's won the Isle of Man TT 17 times. Simon Andrews is the fearless young gun and a proven winner. Fighting back from injury, it's his first season in endurance racing. And Cameron Donald, Australia's fastest plumber and 2-time winner at the Isle of Man. These are the TT Legends. Alongside the FIM World Endurance Championship, the TT Legends also compete in 2 famous road races. The first is the Northwest 200. Northern Ireland's biggest outdoor sporting event is a 2-day spectacular, with riders racing wheel-to-wheel on public roads at over 200 miles an hour.
The Northwest 200, I mean, it's the first international road race or street race for the year. It's a good chance to suss out the competition before we head over to the Isle of Man and see who's, there's all the talk of pre-season testing and who's going to be quick and who's on new bikes and teams. And now it's time that the clutch drops and the nonsense stops, so to speak.
There's John McGuinness getting a lot of attention from Cameron Donald.
I missed it last year and I came back this year straight back into it, and 200 mile an hour straight away down towards the link road, and trees and grass and fields and sheep and things was flying past at a fair rate of knots, and it definitely got me attention.
Just a massive triangle when you flat chat on the throttle for about an hour, it feels like, doing warp speed. It's pretty much the principle of it, and you just hold on for dear life.
There's a big difference between world endurance racing and road racing. Road racing is more like solo circuit racing, the fact you're just out there for yourself, you're not working together as a team. And I find endurance racing, you create a much tighter bond with your teammates, of course, because you're all out there for the, who wins, you win.
In this part of the world, everybody's road race fans. Well, I believe that. I'm an odd one who's not quite keen on it, but you never see that. It's part of the history, I think, and the heritage of Northern Ireland. It's so they've always produced great road races.
It is a cultural thing within this area. I mean, we have very, very few complaints from any of the residents in relation to the closure.
I'm sure the kids have a day off as well, and they all come out and watch the racing. All the parents and everybody else come out and enjoy the racing.
They've got this on the doorstep. They either leave or they're fully into it, in the knowledge that they know about it and how long they've been around and how they know everyone. It's really good.
As if the course isn't dangerous enough, the heavens open, making qualifying even trickier.
Weather's been downright Baltic, hasn't it? I think we've been here a couple of months and we've had maybe 5 days that have reached double figures.
Yeah, it's just been cold.
And the race meeting's been no different, cold and wet. So it makes it hard work for myself, but for everyone working and around the bikes, and even it's hard work for the spectators.
Cameron and his girlfriend Kaz have decided to make Northern Ireland their European base for the season.
Port Stewart, little coastal village on the northwest coast of Ireland. Long way from Melbourne, Australia, where home is, but this is our home where we're away racing.
We love the beach, so we're literally right on the water where our apartment is, and we love ice cream. Ice cream's quite popular down here. The sunsets are probably some of the best that you'll ever see.
Yeah, you'd sort of make the most of the sun. You take it for granted back in Australia, but you certainly don't over here. We've found a couple of little quiet pubs we can sneak away for a pint of Guinness, and
got our locals.
Yeah, it's great. We really enjoy it here. So I'm not a city person, neither of us are. So yeah, it's nice to be tucked away here on the coast.
It's always the same across here. It feels really quiet to me.
It's possibly the first time ever I've been across on my own for a few days, and my little lad has got these SATs, the school exams. He's 11 now, so and he has a week off for the TT as well, so we can't really have too much time off. His headmaster gets a bit frustrated when we have a bit of time off. I'm looking forward to the missus coming. I've never done the Northwest 200 without her, so she's coming across tomorrow for the races, and it'd be a bit strange not to have the kids with me, but they can't go everywhere.
Come from Australia, I can't bring a caravan or motorhome, not that I've got one anyway with me, so mate picked this up the other week for 1,500 quid, and this is a little motorhome for the northwest, and I'm happy as I could be. I've got my little stove, the kettle, the bunk, somewhere to hang my leathers up. Look, it's small, but it's clean and neat, and it's really just somewhere I can hide away. I mean, I've got my race truck, but in the race truck, mechanics are running around, hectic times. It's, for me, I can get in here, hide away, get my head right, get in my leathers, get ready to get out there and race.
It's a terrific thrill to ride this circuit because you're going so quickly for such a long period of time. So it's very enjoyable, and also it's a very unusual circuit because of the long straights. Slipstreaming, where one rider tucks in behind the other, is vitally important. And you could be 8th on the last lap and win the race simply by going from one position to another. In fact, many riders said the worst thing you can do at the Northwest is to be leading on the last lap if there's a bunch of riders together, because they will all overtake you with the drag effect, which is known as slipstreaming.
For me, being a novice, it's a bit of a mind do, really. I don't really like braking on the painted lines, you know. And when we go up the hill to the first roundabout, the entry in goes over a manhole cover, just a proper white shiny manhole cover. So you know, I really think about stuck in the front and going into the roundabout and then into someone's house.
Because it is so dangerous, we all look out for each other a little bit on the street racing, and you know, if I saw something with the track that I thought was, you know, dangerous or a slippy patch, I wouldn't hesitate in telling John and Simon, because, you know, I want those guys to come home in one piece. It's, you know, racing's not that important. We all look out for each other because the street racing is so dangerous.
You're just jumping and wheeling, and you just stood up all the time, trying to adjust your body for the jumps and hitting your body, and it's just, you know, I finished the end of the day and your chest is bruised and battered from being whammied by the fuel tank all the time, because you're either on the back wheel or you're head down on the straight.
With the clouds parting, the sunshine has given the riders and spectators some welcome respite.
Fortunately, woke up this morning, opened the blinds, and there's a little bit of blue sky, which we haven't seen for a couple of weeks, so looks like we've got the best day of a while, so it should be good. Well, the schedule for race day at the Northwest is 5 events, and I'm entered in all of them. So first up, 600, followed by Superbike, then 1,000 stock, and then another 600 and other Superbikes. I'm pretty tense. I don't think I'd be more edgy if I had to jump out of a plane with a parachute right now.
It's difficult to watch. I do find it hard not to get excited when he's right up there in, you know, contention, but most of the time I'm just hoping he brings it back in, or just that he's safe, he's in one piece, and yeah, I just never really want to see him crash on a road circuit.
The racing is on, and first up is the 600cc Supersport race.
Look, but don't stare, and away you go. It's a good start for Alistair Seeley.
And an even better one, I think, for John McGuinness. We're on board with John McGuinness.
What about that, though? Cameron Donald.
Yeah.
Firing through.
McGuinness has got the inside line into the hairpin. Martin had to think again about that one.
Cameron Donald, that was an extraordinarily good start. Here comes McGuinness, the slipstream's working. Even on a 600. He goes blasting past Seeley.
Yeah, but folks, this is what the Northwest 200 is all about.
William Dunlop, where on earth did he come from?
Well, I tell you where he is. He's in the lead.
This is what it's all about, though, the run to Metropole. This is the battle, and it is now for second place. William Dunlop is definitely on his way. Cameron Donald, you're looking down on there, tucked in, going for all the miles an hour you can get on the 600.
John McGuinness might just be thinking, 40 years of age, 3rd place. First race of the day, might just settle for this for now.
Gary Johnson, he's closing up on Cameron Donald on the break.
Yeah, closing right up on the Wizard of Oz.
It's exciting when he was actually up there, and yeah, even just sitting comfortably in 4th for a while there was pretty good.
John takes a satisfying 3rd place, with Cameron not too far behind him. A quick change of leathers, and it's on to the bigger, faster 1000cc Superbike.
As away we go, and it's another cracking start by John McGuinness on bike 4. 34 hours, Seeley being left behind. Ian Hutchinson, bike number 9, into 3rd place as they go down Primrose Hill to York for the first time.
They're watching it on that big screen at the Metropole. They must be loving all this, seeing it coming down towards them like an express train.
It's just a load of guessing, isn't it?
It is still John McGuinness who leads the heads of the round. That's a bit of a shock, isn't it?
Oh, here we
Here's
go.
the race.
Yeah.
This is it. Look at this. He's already with him. He didn't want to be left behind at the start like he was last time. He's not going to take any chances. What about Hutchie in third place on the Superbike?
Yeah.
I reckon that is John second. He just needs to be able to stay this slipstream, doesn't it? Yeah.
Under the bridge, way up the hill along the coast road.
Oh, to ride it down. There's a rider. That's a rider down. It is. It's William Dunlop.
So he's up though. Look, he's up and walking away from Cameron Donald. That distinctive crash helmet.
There's Seeley, there's McGuinness, and breaking away from Rutter and Farquhar already. John McGuinness, third in the Supersport and now second on the Superbike. This is his territory though. Big bikes, big 1000cc machines. Alistair Seeley along the coast road, his territory. Wow, this is going to be a corker.
Come on, John, get his slipstream.
That's what he needs. He needs that.
He needs to keep the slipstream, yeah.
Advantage gain there for Michael Dunlop, so he shouldn't be penalised as we look for the battle. But that is Brian Farquhar!
What was that? Cameron Donald. Cameron Donald is in the slipstream now and starting to move up. He's going to have to both of them before they go for breaks, isn't he? He's going to do the pair of them.
John McGuinness, though, wow, he's now the race leader.
What about that?
Yeah.
John McGuinness is free and clear, isn't he? John McGuinness has got no one to bother him now.
Oh, come on, John.
There's the race leader. Just a coast road to go for John McGuinness.
We'll see.
Oh, Cameron Donald almost pushed out there.
Who would have bet on John McGuinness?
Into the chicane at Mathers Cross goes John McGuinness. He looks like he's got this one in the bag. It's all down to John McGuinness now, I feel, as he goes around Metropole.
Well, we're looking at a bit of genius, aren't we? The checkered flag will fall for John McGuinness.
It will be win number 6 for John McGuinness. And I think 16 podiums as well, is it?
First Superbike race he's run there for a while, and no, it was fantastic. Seems to be getting off for a good season. Old age and marriage must suit him, that's all I can say.
To be honest, that was the best last lap of my life by far. Phenomenal last lap, just absolutely put everything on the line for that last lap and it paid off. So not often that happens on a real road circuit. So honest, that third place was as good as a win to me. And I was thrilled to see John up there too. I mean, I couldn't be at the front at the start, so I feel quite lucky to everything worked out in those last couple of laps and I could come through.
Yeah, it was good, yeah, that was what we wanted. Definitely, I can go home a happy man now. To win a Superbike race, fantastic around here.
Coming up in part 2, paying homage to a road racing hero, and it's shoulder to shoulder in the race for the finish line.
Just straight up the inside, he didn't stand a chance, did he?
While John is in Northern Ireland, he takes time out to visit the shrine of his hero and mentor, Joey Dunlop. Dunlop was one of the greatest road racers of all time, winning the TT 26 times and the Northwest 13 times. He was tragically killed at the age of 48 in a little-known road race in Estonia.
You just follow the guy who's the best, don't you, when you're a kid? I've raced everywhere, Macau and Japan, America, and when we talk about the TT, it's within 5 minutes they're talking about Joey Dunlop, so I think he's got a special place in everybody's heart throughout the world, you know. A little old fella from Ballymoney did achieve some amazing things.
John used to adore the guy, he like thousands of others, you know, he was a magical man, you know, he really was.
I got his autograph in '86 at the TT when he was riding the Rothmans Honda. I said I'd stand on the podium with you one day, and he just looked at me and laughed and stuff.
Joey just shrugged his shoulders, yeah, fella, yes, aye, that'll do.
It was 11 years later that I actually did stand on the podium with him at the TT in '97. He won the race, Locker was second, I was third on my little 250 Aprilia, and I reminded of him, but he never remembered. I've looked at the bronze statue and it just brings back memories from 2000 because that is the SP1 that Joey rode at the Northwest 200 and the TT. The statue is based on that, you know, so it just, you know, he's on the pole position, he sat there, the helmet's on the tank, arms folded and ready to go. Put Ballymoney on the map, you know, but he would have never thought that. Joey would have never thought that. He would just love riding his bike. And then 50,000 people go to your funeral, you know. That's how much he meant to people, which... It's even got the compound on the back tyre, look. 587. 587 Dunlop. I shared a room with him at the Alexander Palace bike show, It'll have been 98 or something. I was riding for Honda and Joey was obviously my hero, Honda star. And he had his money out and going to pay to get into the, to the bike show at the Alec Valley. And I just said, what are you doing? I said, you can't. I said, Joey Dunlop. I said, you don't pay to get in here. He's like, oh, well, you know, I was going to pay. And I was like, unbelievable. Yeah, just a normal bloke. Amazingly normal bloke, you know, so. And I just made a call and stuff, and he came out, gives the passes, and in we went and things, you know, but yeah, it just seemed bizarre for him to be queuing up to pay to get into a bike show, when he's one of the stars of the show. We did the Northwest 200 together. We tried to get to test the bike at an airfield or somewhere. We couldn't get anywhere to test it, so Joey rode it on the road. And he went past a local constabulary about 150 mile an hour. We were all at Joey's house, and the cop car pulled up. So, oh no, what's happened? He's got, you know, we're going to go to jail here and all this. And the police officer said, oh, Joey's just gone past us going the other way about 150 mile an hour. He said, there's no way we're going to catch him for a ticket. He says, but just wish him all the best. We'll leave for the Northwest. And off he went, you know, so. That's how much respect and how everybody loved him over here, you know.
After one practice session, John said to Joey, how do you go through this section, Joey? And Joey said, you just nail it. And John just shook his head.
And we also did a TT together, where he won 3, did the treble again. And then, sadly, a couple of weeks later, he went to the little-known race in Tallinn and we lost him.
To be honest with you, I've never seen him as upset. Excuse me.
Law of averages say it's going to get you one day. Anywhere you go on a motorbike, you're risking hurting yourself, or worse. But you don't think it's going to happen to you? Everybody comes to Northwest, they want to come to Joey's bike. It's got a bit of character, it's got a bit of, you know, personality. When you come in here, you can feel it, you know, there's pictures of Joey everywhere. And there's always a tale to tell, everybody's got something to say about Joey. And I've had a couple of memorable nights in here. It's,
Probably more than a couple, actually.
I think he was much more of a hero than he ever thought he was, you know. It's like everybody knew him, you know. Everybody met him, everybody knew him, everybody watched his career. And did a couple of trips to Romania with food and clothes for the kids, and you know, I watched it on the telly and said I need to do something, and that's why it was an MBE and an OBE. Forget the racing, forget everything else. There's not many people would load a van up with stuff and drive all the way there for nothing and do that. So, you know, that's the sort of man we're dealing with, you know. Joey got the freedom of the borough, and we came across. He didn't know we was coming, and was going around an open top bus in the town, and he had a suit on. We had a real good night, actually, a real good time, and drove us back to the boarding house we were stopping at. And the last thing Joey ever said to me was, "Thanks for coming. It means a lot." And words like that off Joey was pretty special, because he never really said a right lot. He just went about his businesses as he did, and to hear that from my hero was pretty special. And then, when he drove over this guy's rockery and has all his flowers and flattened all this guy's flowers. And the guy said, "Is that Joey?" I said, "It was, actually." And he said, "Oh, that's okay then."
Back to the event, and the guys are getting ready for the final race of the day, the Northwest 200.
One more push, 25 minutes to push in, and competitive all-my bikes, small bikes, big bikes. Love the big bike, a good strong ride on that, and it's nice to win the Superbike race. If we don't win another one today, we've had a good day, a couple of podiums and that, so you know, happy enough. Just want a good, safe, strong ride in this one and take it onto the TT.
It's hard going because you're down in the pits all day, because it's just race after race after race. I've been down in the pits now for 6 hours, so no toilet, no food, really glamorous lifestyle.
So then, Alistair Seeley alongside John McGuinness. John McGuinness has put some blinding starts in already today, and he's putting in another one. Oh, Ian Hutchinson might just fancy himself. No, it's McGuinness, though, who'll take them down Primrose Hill. So it's McGuinness from Seeley, Hutchinson, Rutter, Farquhar,
This is the Ducati, and that is 200 miles an hour.
Wow, 201.
Alistair Seeley tucked in over the crest with John McGuinness.
McGuinness is up the pace, hasn't he? He's closed in on Seeley, and Rutter's still running at the same pace that he's run so far throughout the race. However, McGuinness just seems to have upped the ante somewhat.
I vote for experience over all that youthful exuberance every time. I love all this. Come on, John McGuinness.
That's Michael Dunlop that we've come to know and love.
Oh,
down! Yeah, riders down. 2-3 bikes down. One of them is Johnson, another one is Connor Cummins, is it?
Yeah.
This the replay as the tip in.
Oh, just straight up the inside. He didn't stand a chance, did he? Totally skittled there. The yellow flags are waving. They're all walking away.
That's Johnson and Cummins. Just from Martin Jessop's view now, as you can see, oh, Johnson just too hot into there. And poor Connor Cummins didn't stand a chance, did he? Rutter looks closer to McGuinness this time than he has done the whole race. Yes, Rutter might just try him up the inside here.
Michael Rutter in second place. John McGuinness isn't going to be too disappointed with third place, is he?
Alistair Seeley shows us how to ride a superbike around the triangle circuit. Here comes the man in fourth position, Simon Andrews.
Pipping Simon to third was John, rounding off a successful event for the team.
I'm happy enough. I was a bit.
Because you haven't got a lot of experience around here, to be fair, have you?
No. Not a great deal. I've never raced here before,
Well,
anyway,
exactly.
so it's a bit weird passing some of the guys. It's like, bloody hell, these boys are quick guys.
On the left, tell me that.
Sore as It's killing me. It's really sore.
Oh, fantastic. We've had a good day.
3 podiums, a win and a couple of thirds, so well pleased with that. Knackered now, ready for a beer.
It's good it's all over. We can relax. And on to the TT. I think maybe a pint will be on the cards as well. Maybe a whole pint of Guinness or a gin and tonic for me. And maybe a big fat pie to go with it. I think he deserves it. He's worked hard. 5 races in one day is hard, so yeah.
Have a pint and sit back and just dwell on what we achieved today. Not getting any younger, but we're getting faster. That's the best one I've ever had, that one. And I got it free.
Next time on TT Legends, the team crossed the Irish Sea to the famous Isle of Man TT. Cameron has some titanic battles, John does what John does best, and Simon finds out that the mountain can bite.
Yeah, I crashed. But, you know, how many people crash around here and don't get away with it?